Scott Disick, the doting father, was spotted taking his daughter Penelope, 12, for an outing with friends in Los Angeles this week. The 41-year-old reality star shares 3 children with his ex-fiancée Kourtney Kardashian, Penelope, and sons Mason, 14, and Rain, 9. He cut a California casual figure when he was spotted out with his little girl on Wednesday, teaming a black t-shirt with matching shorts. In an added touch of preppy summertime chic, the Long Island native threw a pale pink sweater casually over his shoulders. Accessorizing with shades and a Star of David necklace, he rounded off his ensemble with a pair of gold and white platform sneakers. Scott's latest outing comes after DailyMail.com exclusively revealed his real opinion about the rift between Kourtney and Mason. Mason recently refused to go on a family trip to Australia with his siblings, his mother and her new husband Travis Barker of Blink-182 fame. Kourtney confessed that she was really sad that Mason stayed home with Scott rather than going abroad with her, on a recent episode of The Kardashians. Scott apparently feels the reason for the breach is that Kourtney refuses to include him on her vacations with their children. He is said to be worried that Kourtney is creating a deeper divide between the children by cutting Scott out of their holidays. Kourtney and Travis tied the knot at a castle in Portofino in 2022 and have since welcomed a baby boy called Rocky 13. Scott knows that Mason didn't want to go on vacation with his mom because of Travis, an insider revealed to Daily Mail. Before Travis came along, Scott and Kourtney were vacationing together with the kids, not as a couple, but as friends who were both dedicated to their kids. The insider added, "This is obviously not going to happen again, and Scott thinks that Travis should not have a problem with family vacations if he was comfortable in his marriage. Heck, he could even come if he wanted to, instead of doing co-parenting the way that they used to." Scott believes that she is creating a deeper divide between herself and her kids with Scott, the source shared. Mason is a classic example of this. He lives with his dad and Scott would gladly let any of his children live with him. It is a much more stable environment. Last month Scott shared an Instagram selfie taken on a plane with Mason, whom he sweetly referred to as his best friend for life. Meanwhile, on the season 5 finale of The Kardashians, Kourtney was seen warmly hugging Mason while he declined to return the favor by putting his arms around her. Scott and Kourtney first met in 2006 at the Mexican home of Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis, igniting a romance that lasted nearly a decade. Their tumultuous on-off relationship unfolded in front of reality TV cameras, repeatedly buffeted by Scott's drinking and infidelity. In the midst of their rollercoaster romance, they welcomed their 3 children, with Kourtney giving birth to Mason and Penelope on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. After 9 turbulent years of breakups and reconciliations, Kourtney and Scott went their separate ways for the last time in 2015.